to enter Charlotte Castle, home of the Dragon Lord, and they'll also be fighting enemies one at a time to gain experience and levels to get stronger, as well as gold to purchase weapons, armor, and items to help in their quest. And that quest is beginning now. The king is giving the instructions. We'll see what 3 items are in the throne room that will help. We know one of them is definitively going to be a magic key. And we have the fighter's ring. That will add 2 attack points. And we have a bonus magic key.
Oh, that opens up a lot of interesting possibilities. Third one is, in fact, the guaranteed magic key in the back. That means they have early access to the armory in Tantagel. If there's a key in there, that could really start blowing things up. Not only that, but if they could get enough cash, yeah, you see, there's Archfield saving right now, doing a preemptive save. If he can get enough cash, you can start buying keys from the backyard.
Well, there's certainly a number of possibilities. If, let's say, there's a major item like Erdrick's sword in here, you may want to gamble not having that key. But we have a cursed belt, we have some big bucks, and we have a set of, well, it says wings, but it's actually Erdrick's token, and we have Erdrick's armor. Ooh, tough decision here, but Archfield is going to take the reset. But that is good knowledge to have.
Looks like Pelidor is going to go ahead and take the gear while Archfield is resetting. I'm betting Archfield is going to want enough money to buy another key from the back door. Preferably 2. As that would mean he would no longer have to find Rimildar, which is normally the place to find keys.
Yeah, it is a challenge here, and we see with the early going that huge strength and a big gain here for level 2. 13 strength as well, the Spell of Radiant, 14 magic points. Archfield going to venture into the cave as Pelidor looking into the Magidrake and should be able to take it out in 2 shots here. And that is going to get Pelidor level 2. And just that quickly, Archfield goes to 3. And another 3 power, 1 speed, 10 hit points, 2 magic points. Yet another new spell, the Spell of Return, which will take you right back to the castle. But they're already kind of staying put for right now. Conveniently, Charlotte Castle we see encased in stone just to the north of Tantagel Castle. That'll be the final destination, but we still have a little ways to go to get there.
Still useful information to have. They're about as close together as they were in the vanilla game, so there is that.
Yeah, just no body of water in between.
Well, technically, there's a little bit of water between.
Well, yes. Yeah, in terms of the moat, that is the case, but no river or fjord or anything of that nature, and
Oof, scorpions with hurt more. Ouch, sending Pelidor back home.
At the cost of half the gold. Meanwhile, level 4 now for ArchfieldMonk, and already up to 42 strength, and with the fighter's ring, 44 attack power, and these early zone enemies are easily able to be one-shot here. Even a Magidrake, more often than not, you're going to be able to take it out in 1 attack. As Pelidor finds the Tablet Cave. No enemy encounters here, but you take the walk down, and there is 1 chest that is open, and Pelidor gonna hold off for now.
That's surprising that he would spend the magic on the Radiant spell and then not go and get what's effectively a free chest. We have the trade-in cave for the Staff of Rain once they find the harp.
Yes, that is one of the items that are needed to get to the final game. You find a silver harp, you trade it into that old man in the cave. We'll give you the Staff of Rain, that along with the Stones of Sunlight and Erdrick's token, which we do know is in the treasury. And it looks like here Archfield going to go and purchase the keys to access said treasury.
Ooh, Droll Magi sending Pelidor back home again.
Yeah, the Droll Magi a little beefy to take on at this particular point in level 3. even with the high strength that they have, you're only looking at about 4 to 8 damage, and it has up to 44 hit points, so you're looking at having to go 8 rounds, and that is highly unlikely, even with the defensive power of Erdrick's armor.
So Archfield just buying a key in the back so that he can now plunder the castle armory with impunity, and will probably be going to check out what that cave is in the back.
Yep, and having that door still open, getting that gold means that you can stock up on keys, 85 apiece. You'll be able to get 6 there with that 500 and change. Actually, just barely, in fact, as 510 gold, so it'll leave you with 4 gold remaining. Just enough.
Yep. Normally, Rimildar is the place to buy keys. However, Archfield managed to find a workaround on that with the extra key granted to him, and I'm not surprised at all by that move. We've seen that happen several times. Or, of course, just went ahead and grabbed the early gear pickups. Unfortunately, he's been having a little bit of trouble, but now he gets to cross this swamp here for free, whereas Archfield was not able to get up here, is going to be the first person into, looks like, coal.
Yep, so there's a free search spot here in Cole, 4 steps south of the Baths, and this time around it is the fairy flute.
The fairy flute in coal? Oh, gee, who wrote this?
Well, see, you would expect it to be somewhere different. So that's where the randomization gotcha.
Ooh, Archfield running into an armored knight, also known as the AK-47 in the community due to how hard it hits. Sent him back home, but he already had... Ooh, Drolls have Dragon Lord Breath.
And Sleep, the dreaded Wombo combo. They cast Sleep, you're automatically asleep, they breathe fire, and, well, they both have Erdrick's armor now, so it's anywhere from 42 to 48 hit points of damage. And considering their max is 33, that is an instant death, and Archfield getting that same information just mere moments later. Now, to answer the question in chat, the armor and token on the search spots is different. Are they just fully randomized? Yes. The randomization of the specific items can now be shuffled among chests as well. The search spots can contain Erdrick's armor, Erdrick's sword, Erdrick's token, the Stones of Sunlight, the Silver Harp, or the Death Necklace, or nothing.
First spell. However, there is a caveat to that. You can't, the 3 items required to get into Charlock won't be showing up in Charlock. So they can't be in Charlock, but Erdrick's armor and sword could at least in theory be in Charlock. Obviously not here, we've already got it. It was in the armory in Tantegel instead of the armory in Charlock, but it could happen. In fact, it did a couple of weeks ago.
And business just picked up here as level 5 has the spell of Hurt More.
Ooh, that's a big pickup, especially with the MP totals they've got. This puts a lot of things in one-shot territory, including things like Axe Knights that can be the trap tile option in the 2 trap tiles that they have immediate access to, one in Swamp Cave, guarding the princess, and one in Hawksmith. So, depending on what's there, this could really open things up.
Oh, most definitely. And Beta Strep noting, yep, the classic trolling of Dragon Warrior. You get the spell of Hurt More, and immediately run into an enemy that is extremely resistant to it.
Of course, with a strength of 43, any kind of a decent weapon, and the Hurt More spell becomes less amazing.
But here in the early going, there are certainly a few enemies that you ideally would like to run into that that can do a little bit of damage with. The Axe Knights are certainly susceptible to it. Werewolves, they have a 0 out of 16 resistance to it, so it's going to guarantee to hit every time. Same thing with a Magiwyvern, a Knight. Even a Star Wyvern or Green Dragon, they have minimal resistance to it, so those are enemies that you want to be able to take on. The Demon Knight, not so much. They have a 15 out of 16, a 93% resistance to the Hurt More spell. Golems, they are about the same.
Ooh, manages to run away, and he finds the freebie cave with 2 hit points. Well, okay, 22 now that because he's got that thing. And there's a magic key. So Pelidor making up for his early greed with another free key.
And now going to do a little bit of a simplistic key grind here, just taking the chest, leaving the cave, re-entering the cave, taking again, and repeating. And Pelidor, seeing the droll, is just, you know what, not going to bother with it. Just cast Hurt More, get rid of it, even though it's only for 18 experience. It beats being slept and wrecked.
That is true. Ooh, another metal slime. Now, the other thing that we've got here on the flags is scaredy slimes. They will always have an opportunity to run away, even if your attack is less than 20. Obviously, that's no longer the case here. They'd be having a chance to run anyway, but that's another flag that's going to be in this tournament.
So, as the exploration and grinding goes on here, it'll give us a chance to mention what is randomized here, as we've certainly seen quite a bit already. The overworld map, as well as the treasure chest and search spot contents are shuffled around. The locations of the towns and caves are randomized. The contents of the weapon and armor shops, also the order in which they learn their spells, is normally in the vanilla game you'd learn Hurt More at level 19, but it showed up here at 5, and they're guaranteed to learn all 10 spells by level 16. And, ooh, another fire for ArchfieldMonk. The enemy locations and spells and abilities are randomized, as normally Drolls don't have Sleep or the Dragon Lord 2 Breath. And once we get to the Dragon Lord in the vanilla version, it has 130 hit points, but here has a range of anywhere from 150 to 165, so that plays into the strategy.
Yep, and it looks like Pelador is trying to go further afield, get some more exploration done. He realizes he's still got 2 items left, most likely. Looks like he's coming back for a top-off, it seems.
Now, Archfield, meanwhile, is in Garen's grave, the top 3 chests. We've got a torch. We've got another torch. And the Dragon Scale. So once that's put on, which is going to be right now, that will add 2 defense points to Archfield's total.
Meanwhile, Pelidor taking the stuff in the armory again. He's got 6 keys, so he doesn't have a problem with that. Probably gonna head down and see what is in the cellar.
We have some trolley metal slimes here, to say the least.
Yeah, can't hit me.
All that's missing is the tongue sticking out, akin to Lingwar in Dragon Warrior 4. Sorry.
Yeah.
Apparently, I created a little bit of havoc by invoking the name of that Dragon Warrior 4 character.
Yeah, Elena's biggest RNG challenge. And the final chest in the mountain cave is some fairy water, which can actually be used in combat as a hurt spell, and repel effects like the fairy water do work in dungeons now, so a little bit more valuable.
That's a good point, Shiniki. That is one of the changes that have been made since last year's tournament, is there's been an adaptation made almost akin to the Japanese version of the game, the Super Famicom version, where you can use the torch as a weapon, and the torch does anywhere from 6 to 9 hit points of damage. And you can also use the fairy water as a weapon, and that does anywhere from 8 to 16 hit points of damage.
Oof, running into another armored knight and getting sent back home.
Meanwhile, here is level 6 on Pelidor's side. And is going back in for another key. I guess after using a couple at the castle, just wants to make sure that the inventory is maxed out. Meanwhile, here is the tablet cave, which Pelidor passed up on earlier. Let's see what was left behind.
Ooh, Pelidor taking down that Axe Knight we were talking about earlier. That's some good XP gains. Looks like another fairy water down there.
And you can see, just with the hurt more of that Axe Knight, Pelidor has caught up in experience to Archfield and has actually taken a lead by 24 experience.
Yeah, I mean, as has been pointed out in chat, a strategy that might be entirely viable would be to just hang out in that area where there are Axe Knights and other things that are able to be hurt more, and just grind a few levels out. You know, get yourself a comfortable experience level, and then just bust out onto the scene.
Now back into the grave goes Archfield as Pelidor picks up the fairy water from the tablet cave. No outside spell yet, so that long walk has to be taken. Which in a race setting feels even longer.
Yeah, but at least they have the Radiant spell, so they can't get lost in there.
This is true.
Because I've seen that happen before. No torch, no radiant, they get lost in there, and because there are no encounters in Tablet Cave, that's a reset, and that can lose you a run.
Well, either that or a whole lot of bonking.
Ah, yeah, left wall algorithm will get you there eventually.
And it looks like Archfield is setting up for a gold grind. Now, the way that works is the treasure chests, as you've seen, every time you go to the overworld map, they respawn. That's why those chests have returned here. Now, due to the programming limits at the time the game was made, the game only tracks up to 8 treasure chests as opened, and then every chest opened beyond that can be taken over and over again. So what was done here in this case was Archfield took the top 3 chests in the grave, death warped out of there because you don't go through the overworld when you go right from wherever you are in the cave back to the king's throne room. And in the throne room, those 3 treasure chests that are there, they're always marked as open, so you theoretically don't take them over and over again. That counts to 6. And then 2 of the chests in the treasury being open there, that's 7 and 8. So now those 2 remaining there can be taken over and over again. And that is what Archfield is doing to get 500 plus gold with each take. And you can see the money is increasing significantly.
Yep, and he's obviously banking up enough money to be able to take the most expensive item in the entire game, the Silver Shield, at 14,700 gold, plus a bit more. He's probably wanting at least broadsword money, maybe half plate or something as well, whatever he can get his hands on. Although he doesn't need armor, he's got Airdrift, so all he would need is just some kind of a weapon, maybe broadsword.
Yeah, the 19,000 amount is interesting. Now, I am trying to remember if at Cole, if we saw the Flame Sword, and maybe that is a possibility, but if you were looking for both, you'd go up to 24,000 and change.
Looks like he is gonna save here, so he's gonna be doing something.
24,600 if my math is right, and well, it's 6 grand short on that. So I'm kind of curious as to what purchasing power, possibly a silver shield and a broadsword, as that would be 16,300.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Broadsword money and silver shield, and that'll get him set up. I mean, with a strength of 50 at level 6, that's really all you need to start seriously taking things on.
Let's take a look in coal here, and now going for the. I thought I saw a flame sword in there, and I wonder. Oh no! Oh, good. Archfield realizing, wait a minute, I have Erdrick's armor. I don't need the magic. Okay, so Archfield was thinking
That was
flame
almost
sword
a
and magic
mistake.
armor, not realizing, oh yeah, I have Erdrick's armor.
Yeah, that was almost a big oof. Although it is just right there in Pandagel Castle, he could have gotten it back. It's just a matter of, yeah, that would have been a waste of money.
Might have been potentially a little bit of a time sink, but thankfully it was caught on, and now Archfield going to go to level 7. Pelidor already at 7, and is back in the aforementioned treasury, and I think might also have been setting up for a gold grind, possibly.
And of course, the NPC being the final boss, blocking the path.
Well, in a way, that was good in that the boss did not, that guard did not allow Pelidor to take that chest early, so it forced Pelidor to reroute around. Otherwise, that would have been the 8th chest that would have disappeared.
Ooh, valid. So I guess the soldier was being helpful boy.
In a very dubious way, yes. So now a little bit of dark navigation. Oh, look, it's our favorite fiend, the troll. Or the droll.
Yeah. He's not
That is
even
a
playing
Freudian
around
slip.
with it.
That is a Freudian slip, is what that is.
It sounds like a pretty accurate description, but yeah, just not even bothering to play with it. Just, nope, hurt more, you're out of here, bye. Taking out a Wraith Knight, that's 120 experience there. That is a pretty solid enemy to grind on as well.
I think it's 120 gold and 72 experience for the Wraith Knight. But still not too shabby.
Not in the least. Looks like Star Wyvern has baby breath.
Yeah, you don't quite have the chops with 50 attack power to go swiping at the Star Wyvern.
Did take it down, got a new level, strength 6, speed 5, hit points 5, magic points 6. That's a solid level for level 8.
And now here is Garenham for Archfield. We're in the back of it. We've got some big bucks. We've got an empty chest, which means it was an herb, and we've got the death necklace. Now, the reason I say that is with herbs and magic keys, if you already have 6 in your inventory, you can't get any more, so it'll say, all right, you've got too much, so the chest is empty. So because a key was used to enter Garenham, well, then by process of elimination, it had to have been an herb.
Meanwhile, Pelador is picking up the Flame Sword as well, giving him a substantial boost to his attack power. That should enable him to start whacking on things as well as blowing them up.
And now a trip to the item shop. Has the dragon scale, puts it on, and is now going to sell the dragon scale to free up some inventory? Ooh!
Ooh, Knights also have the Wombo combo. So both individuals are still looking for the stones and the harp, and of course the big stick would be useful, but not absolutely critical, especially not with these strength gains. Um, we're starting to run low on locations they could potentially be in. I mean, they could be in the search tiles, obviously, in Hog's Nest and on the overworld map. So there is that potential. Or they could be in chests. Let's see. We've seen most of the caves that it could be in. It could be in Rimildar. They haven't found that. There's one chest there.
Certainly is a possibility. Still at large are the Stones of Sunlight and the Silver Harp, as now level 8 for Archfield. And you can see a little bit of a disparity here, and this is something that may have been lost as a kid, but based on the first 4 characters that you enter in as your name, it provides a different calculation as to 2 of the 4 stats that gain a little bit of a bonus throughout the seed. That's why if you look on the screen, you see next to the strength and hit points for Archfield, there's a plus sign, and next to the HP and MP, there's a plus sign. There will be advantages in both of those. So the HP will be the same, and the agility will be the same, but you'll see slight variances between the levels as they progress between the strength, more strength for Archfield than Pelidor, and more MP for Pelidor than Archfield.
Yeah, strength HP is the typical go-to for many of our runners, but HP MP does give you the unique advantage of potentially giving you an extra heal more in the tank, which could be decisive at certain points and certain breakpoints. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, no strength gained at level 9. And chat, meanwhile, having a little bit of a discussion of the number of characters in your name. You'll see a lot of runners will have just a single character, whether it's a letter, a number, sometimes even a punctuation of some sort. And they're calculating the time difference over the course of the game, having those extra characters in there, and noting that Pelidor may be putting themselves in a slight disadvantage just via the Nomer misnomer in a sense.
Ooh, Star Wyverns have heal more, and Wolf Lords actually have sleep.
Definitely some mean enemies this time around. And Archfield took a peek into the swamp cave, and I did not see what the Guardian was.
I don't think he actually went to the Guardian. I think he just went past.
Okay. Well, looked like maybe it was toying with it, but then seeing that the MP was kind of low. All right, let me delve back in. Top off, exactly.
And looks like Pelidor found Brecconary, is that? Yeah, with the Motel 6, the 6 gold inn. We'll leave a torch out for you.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's Brecconary. Oh, and thank you, Couch23, for the raid. Hello, everyone from Couch's stream. Welcome into the first Dragon Warrior Randomizer tournament race for the Summer Tournament of 2020. Alongside Sneaky the Lost, I'm Ferran Burgundy, and we have our 15 seed versus 50 seed matchup of ArchfieldMonk against Pelidor. The winner to advance to take on the winner of the Tilo Tilo and Sausage Link 83 matchup, scheduled for tomorrow night at 8:30 Eastern on a yet-to-be-determined network.
Yep, and also big shout out to CD Improv, who is our restreamer bringing you this lovely content, and our tracker Kamion Renukai. Yeah, those numbers at the bottom, they're not being done automatically. We've got somebody in the back flipping switches to make those numbers change.
We have an entire production crew here for you on Randomania, as you would expect from the Dragon Warrior Randomizer community.
Ooh.
And here we have Hawksness on Pelidor's side.
This could be big. They're good enough to be able to take on several potential trap tiles. Ooh, Armored Knight. Never mind. I mean, it's worth a lot of experience, but that would not be a very productive grind, I don't think.
Well, I didn't see how far... Oh, well, there's nothing in the search spot, but I didn't see how far it was from any of the other towns. So it is hard to say, although there's still a little bit of work to be done, so a dedicated grind, not necessarily ideal at this particular point. Yes, you could argue that Pelidor did stop at a whammy.
Yeah, now you do have a very valid point. Right now, they've both got some decent stats, enough at least to be able to do some exploring. The first person that gets all of the plot tokens on lockdown is going to have a commanding advantage in this race. Simply because once they do, all they have to do is grind and go. They already know where Charlock is. Once they get their laundry list of things to do done, they can theoretically go straight into Charlock at that point. So, yeah, I certainly agree. Right now, they need to go out and explore and find the last two items.
Archfield now going to take out the Armored Knight and also get the not-so-good news of what's there. And ArchfieldMonk gonna hang out here and go after a couple of these Armored Knights. Probably thinking, alright, let me get to level 11, 2175 is the target number. That would only be now one more Armored Knight to get there.
You also probably want Heal More before you start doing a dedicated grind. Oh, they do, at level 10, have Heal More. Okay.
And that probably factored in at least a little bit, just to bring things down, but here comes level 11 for ArchfieldMonk, who has taken the experience lead back.
13 hit points, that's really valuable.
The agility rather high for both of our runners here. 79 at level 11, 76 at level 10. So the defense looking pretty good. We have Repel in the mix, so if you want to do a little bit more searching and were to cast Repel now, you'd be warding off a large majority of the enemies.
Like, say, these trolls.
That just trolled Archfield and sent him back.
Surprise attack, sleep, breath, bye. But now that they've got a maximum HP of 81, they could at least in theory survive that now.
Well, if they are asleep for more than one round and they decide to breath twice, then not so much, as at absolute best you're looking at 84 damage. You can survive one and hopefully wake up and pray that they attack and don't do another fire breath. But even with that 81 HP, it's still short for even the lightest of double fire breaths.
That is true, but at least they can survive one now.
Yes, the Drolls and the Knights have the Wombo combo of Sleep and the Dragon Lord 2 Breath.
Star Wyverns have Baby Breath and Heal More, so annoying, but not nearly as dangerous.
Well, looks like Pelidor turned around a little bit here in the deeper ends of Garen's grave. Now, Pelidor is a fairly new racer to Dragon Warrior Randomizer. To kind of give a little tale of the tape, Pelidor, this is actually just their fourth SRL race. Is currently unranked in Speedruns Live. All three has run 3 races since April 19th was the very first of this year. All 3 of them ending in forfeits, unfortunately. Meanwhile, by comparison, ArchfieldMonk is ranked 17th overall in SRL, has 91 SRL races to date going back to August 1st of last year, including 11 first-place finishes, 17 seconds, 17 third-place finishes, and no forfeits.
And here is Cantlin, and because they've got Aerotrix armor, the barrier tiles are nothing. 8 south, 56 east. That should be countable. Unless it's on the other continent.
Or if you're Mr. Holmes. But it could be 80-something and 80-something, and he'd still count it.
Yeah, Archfield is a lot better at that than most people, including myself. There's a reason my handle is Sneaky the Lost.
No, not a low blow at Senior Holmes. Not at all. In fact, there's a reason he is the top-ranked player both in this tournament and on SRL. Because he can do things like that and still win. And Archfield with a Metal Slime get here, and, well, these experience totals starting to jump up a little bit. Now, if you showed up to this one late or are looking for some more Dragon Warrior Randomizer action, fret not, as Archfield now getting to level 12 and is here in the Mountain Cave. We'll let you know about a couple more of the matchups coming up shortly here, as Pelidor looks to be a little...
He may just be grinding
here in the grave. Or it could be a grind, that is possible.
I mean, taking advantage of the high encounter rate of dungeon tiles to be able to do stuff. Most of these things he's running into are 1 or 2 shottable. It's not a bad grind. Maybe not what I would have done, but it could work out for him.
Going the bold move cotton strat, okay. No, in seriousness, considering at the enemy set, I mean, we've seen Armored Knights, we've seen Star Wyverns in there, so there are some rather juicy enemies. Wraith Knights as well, they give 72. Meanwhile, the Stones of Sunlight found in the Mountain Cave over on Archfield's side.
I thought they had already explored the Mountain Cave. Did they not find that there earlier?
I don't believe so. I know they saw the Grave is now level 12 here for Pelador. A green dragon over on Archfield's side. Yeah, this is their first time in the mountain cave, or at least for ArchfieldMonk it is. Pelidor has yet to traverse in that direction. And the last item is empty.
So probably an herb.
Yep, Archfield going to head on outside as Pelidor now going to head deep into the grave. And we have a town here. Here is Cantlin, so Archfield going to get the coordinates, the 8 south and 56 east. Or did he get it earlier and it was... I can't remember now. I know we found out who, but I forget which of the two of them found out. I would imagine Archfield, now that I think about it, especially since he's leaving the town after going to the inn. Meanwhile, a nice crit on Pelidor's side to take out the Wraith Knight, hitting for 72 and getting 72 experience. And now Pelidor is going to be sent back by the Armored Knight here.
Yeah, but he was about out of MP anyway, so probably semi-intentional at least.
Oh no, because he didn't get to the last chest.
Oh. Ooh.
So yeah, a little bit of gatekeeping as noted in chat here. Now, coming up later tonight in a little more than 5.5 hours over on RPG Limit Break, we have J-Man1865, who is the 26 seed, taking on Ursine Deshore, the 39 seed. The winner of that will face the 7-seeded Smashy, who has a bye into the second round. That'll be at 9:30 tonight, 9:30 Eastern on RPG Limit Break. And then following that, and or coming up over on Randomania 2 at 11 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, nightcap here. The 16 seed Jake Hoper taking on the 49 seed Apex Corvid. The winner of that faces the winner of Guelph 35 and Namanva, I believe it is. Yeah, a couple of new runners here to even my knowledge.
Yeah, good point put up in chat. Archfield also died before he got that final chest in the grave, so we still don't know what's down there. It could well be, I mean, you know, the harp at the very bottom of Garen's grave. I mean, who could have predicted that?
Indeed.
It could also, in theory, be the sword as well, yes. Or, you know, it could be another herb.
Oh, goodness. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to do this, but I've just been called to some occupational obligations. So I'm going to have to take care of that, and thankfully joining me here in the booth to tag out, in a sense, is Angel FM, who is going to bring you the conclusion of the race here alongside Sneaky the Lost. Sneaky, thank you so much. It was a fun time commentating, and thank you once again to the folks in the production booth. Cami and Renikai with the tracking, and CD Improv taking care of the restreaming. I'll see if I can catch this via the mobile, but I've got to take care of some occupational obligations as Archfield is rescuing the princess to get the coordinates. And until somewhere along the line here in the tournament, I'm Ferran Burgundy saying stay classy, my friends, and more importantly, stay safe. Angel, take it away.
All right. Angel, you with us? Looks like you may be muted.
Okay, well, that should be better now.
There we go. All right. Welcome in the commentator's booth, Angel. Looks like ArchfieldMonk is going to be handing over the princess to be able to get the Gwaelin positioning system, the GPS. Meanwhile, Pelidor making another dive deep into Garen's grave to try and get the last chest there. And hopefully that's just a streaming glitch. Yeah, just a streaming glitch. We're back.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything in the bottom of the grave. So the only thing we have left now is probably the Remu chest and the coordinates here.
Well, coordinates are in play. That's almost got to be something. Either the sword or the harp.
Yeah, it's more than likely going to be the harp at this point. But if it is the sword, then it's basically a race to find Rimbledar.
Either Rimbledar or this final chest down at the bottom of Garen's grave. I mean, it's the last place that it could possibly be. Pelidor now warping out of grave.
And it looks like Archfield has finally found the Stones Cave, which has the magic key.
.543. So yeah, it's probably on that second continent. Fortunately, he does know where Swamp Cave is. He can get over there. And with the Gwalen positioning system, he will be able to obtain whatever is on those coordinates.
Yeah, I mean, you could have a landmark at this point, but... yeah, he's just got to go second continent since he has Gwalen.
Did you catch what the Guardian was for the princess? I'm afraid I was a little distracted.
Same thing was happening to me while I was trying to scramble to get onto comms.
As there's an armored knight on the trap tile in Hawks that it's near Breckenary. It could work as a grind, but that'd be kind of a painful grind. Oh, there's another armored knight in the swamp has been confirmed from chat, so ouch, both of those trap tiles not exactly ideal.
Well, it's not ideal. I mean, we do have Breckenary near Hawksness, so it's just a quick trip to the inn if we want to do a grind there.
Yeah, it looks like Archfield is going to be heading to Swamp Cave now. He just did a return back to the castle to reorient himself. Meanwhile, Pelidor wandering around, taking things out. Just, I don't know if he's grinding or if he's trying to do some more exploring.
I'm probably guessing exploring at this point.
That would be the logical move, but he seems to be going back and forth from time to time.
Alright, so it looks like Archfield's going to be checking the coordinates right now to see where he's at.
Ooh, 20 hit points, 11 magic, and another spell on level 13.
Alright, so Pelador's back into Stone's Cave, so I'm guessing he's going to get some more magic keys here. And Archfield's pretty close to coordinates as is from Garenham. Yep, pretty much right near right near the Stone's Cave.
Sorry about that.
You're all good. So as soon as we get past this green dragon, we'll find out what the coordinates have for us.
Yeah, Archfield now is starting to get some decently respect. Ah, there's the harp. All right. Things are gonna start going off now. Now that Archfield's got the harp, he knows where the staff cave is. I think he knows where Jerk is as well. Now he's pretty much in grind and go mode at this time.
Yeah, he's seen everything except for Rimmildar at this point. I doubt he's going to look for Rimmildar, though.
The only thing that could possibly be of worth there is if the sword is in that one chest in Remildar, but more likely it's gonna be, down in Charlock.
Yeah, but, in typical fashion, we expect it in Charlock, and it just happens to be that one place.
Absolutely. I mean, that has happened on more than one occasion. But, it would just be kind of ironic for this race. I mean, you had the flute in coal, you had the harp in the bottom of the grave, and then you had, well, no, actually the harp was in Mountain Cave, wasn't it? But yeah. And that'd be trolly to have the sword in the vanilla location at judge's table.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, I don't think we've even seen a red dragon this seed either, so that could come into play also.
Yeah, the red dragon, or as we like to affectionately refer to them in the community, the fun police. One of the most difficult enemies in the game, vanilla. Oh yeah, harp was on the overworld search tile that we just picked up. It was the stones that was out in the mountain cave. And of course, Archfield looking at his stats and going, I am not ready to wander into Charlock. Looks like he's gonna be starting a grind here. I think that's Swamp Cave in the back here, so he could be grinding on that Armored Knight.
I mean, that's what it looks like he's doing, and I'm not entirely sure what Pelidor is exactly doing, if he's rescuing the princess, but at the same time, too, I don't think he's seen the coordinates.
Yeah, I don't think he's been to Cantland, so... And it does look like Archfield is going to be setting up a grind on the Armored Knight.
Yep, and also Pelidor is going to the spike tile here also.
To answer the question, no, the stones were not in the chest that Pelidor missed. It was in the cave that Pelidor missed. Pelidor has yet to find Mountain Cave, which is where the Stones of Sunlight are.
Yeah, once he gets to Cantland, he'll find Mountain there also.
But yes, it does look like Pelidor is going to be rescuing Princess Gwendolyn.
I mean, honestly, that's not a bad idea at the moment. I mean, he's checked out a lot of chests, so he might be thinking coordinates are in play at this point.
Yeah, meanwhile, Archfield about to take this Experience League back. They've been swapping kind of back and forth, which, considering how respected ArchfieldMonk is in the community, is quite the achievement for a relatively newcomer like Pelidor is. I mean, the fact that you are still this close is something of an achievement when you're squaring off against someone like Archfield.
Yeah, Pelidor's played pretty decently. I mean, he's kept up an experience. I mean, he still has some exploration to do, but, We never know what the Great Equalizer might have in store for us.
Absolutely, and of course, very regularly, the final boss isn't necessarily the Dragon Lord himself, but Charlotte Castle. That walk all the way down to the bottom can be brutal depending on what you run into and what abilities they have.
And I just want to give shout-outs to this NPC blocking Archfield from the inn. Typical Garenham fashion.
NPC do what NPC do. Hurtmore was level 5 to answer a question in chat.
And I think this is like 12th medal that Archfield's seen this seed.
Yep, and every single one of them has run away from him.
He did get one earlier in Mountain.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, that's right. That was the one that he got the crit on.
So we'll be seeing level 14 here in a couple of Armor Knights.
Perhaps not an optimal grind, but when you only have to make one step to be able to get another guaranteed encounter, quantity has a quality all its own. Pelidor back in Swamp Cave. Alright, so to recap, this is going to be the race from ArchfieldMonk against Pelidor, who is a relative newcomer to this, but has been acquitting himself honorably. The interesting part started right at the beginning. They had a bonus key. ArchfieldMonk held on to his key, grinded up enough money to buy another one from the back end, and got his keys that way. Pelidor went a little greedier start, picked up the armor and Erdrick's token from the armory, and then later on found another key in Freebie Cave, so wasn't penalized too harshly for his greed.
So Archfield on 14 got 31 MP.
Ow, those stats are looking a lot better. The strength, ironically enough, not quite there, but just about everything else is Dragon Lord ready.
Yeah, I mean, currently he has 13 heal mores. 126 isn't the most optimal. So, we'll see what 15 has in store for us.
Yeah, he doesn't have quite enough hit points to be able to risk a death necklace, and he doesn't quite have enough attack power to take down the Dragon Lord without it.
Yeah, if he feels, though, he could also go for Fairy Water strats, which will hit for 9 to 16 on the Dragon Lord.
This is true. This is very true. So, options are there. It's at least borderline go mode. Does look like he's at least gonna finish out this grind before going elsewhere. I really can't blame him. And get the free ride back, of course. Well, I say free, it's half your gold, but he doesn't really have anything left to buy since he hasn't found a silver shield.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing really... And there's the NPC block. The only thing really that's... that we just need to know is, is Charlotte going to be that resource intensive to be able to get to sword?
Yeah, I mean, there are several enemies that we haven't seen yet. We haven't seen wizards. We haven't seen red dragons. We don't know what they are capable of. If you've got a wizard with a wombo combo, that's going to be a problem.
I mean, his agility right now is at 90, so it's a 50% chance for red dragons, but we all know that doesn't really work out.
Yeah, and of course, that could also swing the other way. It could be dragons with stop spell 75% of the time, and since they're wearing Edric's armor, are immune to it. It's just free hits. So you never really know. As mentioned in chat, agility is just a number.
And Archfield's going like 10 rounds right now with this medal, which he just got.
And took it down the long way. 255 experience points. There you go.
So Pelidor has found Rimbledar.
Checking out the store to see what it has.
And nothing really of note. So this chest, if he decides to check it out, could be big.
Where's he going?
I think he's a little bit confused that there is no shop in Rimbledar. Or it looks like maybe he's trying to go to the key vendor.
Well, he's gonna top off since he's only got 18 magic left. That makes sense. Yeah, this is where Pelidor's inexperience with the base game kind of is starting to show a little bit by maybe exploring some areas that the pros are well aware don't need to be explored.
Really, this NPC has to block him.
Oh, the block!
At least here he'll be able to buy keys, and we'll be able to see what this chest is.
Yeah, but I mean, despite his inexperience, he's been acquitting himself honorably. Even if Archfield does come out ahead, and it looks like right now he's got a bit of a lead since he's already able to go into Charlock and now has starting to build up his experience lead. Anything can still happen, and even if Pelidor does come in as the runner-up, he has still acquitted himself very respectably.
Yeah, I mean, he's played really well. And the good old 2-for-1 key.
Yeah, can I get 2 10s for a 5?
Alright, and Archfield's going to be coming up on 15 here in just a moment.
Courage and wit have served thee well. Power by 8, response speed 3, hit points 30! And a new spell. This has got to be go time.
Yeah, we're done. We are done.
Yeah, he just warped home immediately. He's like, yep, that's it. We're done. Especially if he can pick up Erdrick's sword down there. Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, I think he's just doing some calculations if he, really wants to go for the sword or not.
I would, but then again, I tend to play very conservatively. I mean, as was pointed out in chat, he does have the Death Necklace, and he's got enough hit points to be able to put on the Death Necklace and still have enough hit points to be able to take 2 Dragon Breaths.
Yeah, at 134, yeah, it's perfectly fine. Mountain's right next to Cantlin, which is east and north of Tantagel.
Yeah, Pelidor is wandering in that general direction. Looks like Archfield trying to conserve his MP, running away from everything.
And you got away from that first Armor Knight. And he is going to use the Fairy Wire to repel some enemies here. We do have repel on in dungeons, so it is quite helpful having to get by some of the smaller enemies like wizards and werewolves and star wyverns.
That was the first blue dragon we've seen. We didn't see what it could do, so there's still. I mean, they could still be a little bit of a pain. But yeah, he's making a beeline for the final goal.
And in good old Dragon Warrior fashion, we failed to run from a golem at 93 agility.
Because why not? So we're still running into armored knights, blue dragons. We still haven't seen any red dragons yet.
Yeah, and he's probably here to enter the last zone.
Oh, golems with a hurt spell.
Yeah, so golems currently have a 2-0 lead on the armored knights in the runaway department. And
Oh, he's not
Archfield,
even bothering. He's just going straight for the Dragon Lord. So
Yeah,
he's gonna have a 12 to 6 range.
he's gonna put on the death necklace, so he's gonna have a 8 to 17 range.
Okay, that's respectable.
And the spike tile is an Axe Knight. So we're just gonna say, see you later, Axe Knight. Let's go fight the Dragon Lord. And Archfield's not going to be a fool, and he's going to probably put the Death Necklace here on. And gets that first turn stop spell, so he might just be able to 2-turn the Dragon Lord here.
Oof, there's the hurt more.
And not even going to bother with herbs, he's just going to go straight into this. And we start with the 13 on Dragon Lord 2. Currently, he's pretty much rolling average at this point. And a 9, which is kind of worrisome.
Yeah, but he's still got 10 heal mores in the tank.
Yeah, that 15 just evened it out anyways. And there's a max roll. So it looks like he's done about 95 damage at this point.
Yeah, barring a miss menu or something, this is pretty much about as guaranteed as it can be in a randomizer.
Yeah, this should be the end of the Dragon Lord here in a moment.
Alright, break out your GGs! ArchfieldMonk has defeated the Dragon Lord and is going back to take his new bride in hand and forge a new land on a different continent.
And Archfield has finished with an SRL time of 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 2 seconds. And in a moment, we will have Archfield join us in the commentator's booth. And right now, I guess Pelidor is still trying to find Cantlin and Mountain at this point, because it's the only thing he's missing.
Well, that's exactly what he's missing at the moment. If he turns north here, he'll have a shot at it. And he did not.
Yeah, it just seems like Pelidor is just completely turned around here at this moment.
Yeah, this is really where his inexperience with the randomizer kind of starts showing. You know, he doesn't have a way of mapping at the moment, I guess, or he hasn't come up with a way of mapping, and it's just very, very difficult to keep everything in your head.
Yeah, he's explored here so much. I just don't know if he hasn't really gone to the east and north.
Yeah. And that can happen to anyone. I mean, it's not just the newbies that can happen to. It can happen to anyone can get lost. Here we go. Now we're heading in the right direction. Well, we were. Yeah, obviously he's doing exploration because he's using repel to keep away the encounters, which makes sense with those troll trolls lurking.
Yeah, and then he's just going back towards near where the Stone's Cave is.
Yeah.
And joining us now is ArchfieldMonk. GG's, Archfield.
Thank you, Angel.
So, how about those trolls?
Yeah, early I pulled the hurt more trigger a couple times on those, and then the one time when I needed to, I got run blocked by that one over by Hawksness. But it turned out there wasn't anything over there I needed to explore anyway, so that was pretty dumb.
But yeah, I mean, this was a fairly decent seed here. I mean, nothing too bad. You actually didn't even need the big stick at the end there.
Yeah, that was interesting. I basically decided I had mismenued on my way down to Last Chest and Grave when I decided to dive it. So I had a chest still down there. I had the chest in Ramulder, and of course there was the Charlock Treasury. So I'd basically committed to just grinding, and then if I thought it was close, I'd make the play on the Charlock Treasury. and just try to win with a flame sword, basically. So
Yeah. And looks like Pelidor has just found Cantlin, and the cave nearby is going to be Mountain Cave, so he's actually going to start picking up his items. But yeah, no, you did a really darn good job. And of course, once you hit 15, you saw those stats. It was like, oh, nope, let's do this.
like now I don't have to worry about digging any more chests. I don't have to sweat the sword. It's just it should just be done. And it was the die was pretty easy. I had pretty reasonable run luck from the armored knights. I don't think I got blocked a single time by those. So the die was pretty smooth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not a single red dragon this seed.
So that was interesting. For me, I don't know what it was like bird's eye view, but the map was just felt like kind of a disaster to me. I'm convinced it was a single continent, but I don't have any proof for it. It was so weird where everything was, and I draw a map and it's just kind of a disaster. So I don't know what your perspective on that was, but the map was kind of a mess on this seed.
Yeah, Pelidor had a lot of issues. He just got to Cantlin and found Mountain. So he's done a lot of backtracking trying to get here.
I'm not sure why he's checking these stores. He doesn't need to buy anything anymore. He's got Erdrick's armor. He's got the flame sword and a large shield.
I mean, I don't think he's died in a while, so he might just be trying to see, can I get Silver Shield at some point?
Well, he's still at 9,900 gold, so he doesn't have enough for a silver shield. And he already checked coal, although he may have forgotten that he checked coal.
So Archfield, good catch on not selling the Erdrick's armor, huh?
Well, yeah, that whole sequence of 10 minutes after I died in Grave the first time, I wouldn't say it tilted me, but I was definitely thrown off because I meant to gold grind coming out of Grave so I could get a flame sword and a large shield. And maybe just get, silver. I didn't have enough HP that I wanted to blind grind for a silver shield, which I'm glad I didn't because I ended up not seeing one, though I didn't check Cantlin. But that was, that was not my finest hour. So I ground and I was like, oh, I need to get money for our magic armor, and then I went and I nearly sold it. So.
Well, it would have just been recoverable in Cantlin anyway. So or not Cantlin, but Tantagal Castle. So it wouldn't have been a big problem. It would have just
been another another screw up in that particular sequence. But yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the seed. I mean, other than just trying to find everything, the seed was kind of generous with its stats.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, when I saw the starting stats and then I checked the treasury in the first place, I saw the armor was there, but I didn't really think it would be helpful, even if something has weak breath or Dragonlord 2 breath in one of the starting zones. Chances are I'd be able to find something to kill so I could get money to preserve the keys. And it's a good thing too because I never did see Remulder. So if I had opted to spend that key and just keep the armor, I think that has the potential to really tip the seed. Do either of you know where Remulder ended up being?
Yeah, Pelidor did end up finding Remulder, but before he did, he found Freebie Cave that had the keys in it. So even though he did read his way into the armory, he found the Freebie Cave first, and it wasn't that far along, so that really didn't punish him too badly. And he just picked up the Stones of Sunlight in Mountain Cave.
Yeah, Remulder was pretty much in the southeast corner in some swamp.
Okay, yeah, I never really did go that direction. But yeah, I forgot about the magic key in Stone's Cave, which wasn't. Yeah, it was just basically due east of Tanagel. It was not too hard to get to, so I would have found those eventually. It would have been pretty late in the seed, though. So.
Yeah. So yeah, no, definitely strong tactic there. But really, it came down to Pelidor has been kind of wandering aimlessly. And I think that's really where his inexperience maybe showing a little bit of just wandering around the towns instead of going straight to where he needs to go. When he found Remulder, he actually entered that one big room, the tavern area that of course, nobody ever goes to. So, little time losses like that kind of add up.
Yeah, but for the most part, I mean, you two were pretty much even experience for much of the race.
Oh yeah, it wasn't until your final grind that you actually started pulling ahead on experience.
Yeah, that doesn't shock me. Actually, I was super. I looked at the clock at one point. I think it was around 20 minutes. I had hurt more already, but I only had like 140 experience, and I'm just like, what on earth is going on here? I wasn't getting much that I was able to hurt more. There were, armor knights and stuff around, but it seemed like I was running into a lot of stone men and a lot of kind of early game enemies. There were wraith knights around and stuff, and then, but not actually a ton, at least that I saw. So it might just have been the distribution was such that I didn't see a lot of hurt moreable enemies until kind of maybe half an hour in.
Yeah, and then of course there were the knights with the wombo combo, the trolls with the wombo combo. You had a couple of other nasty critters out there too.
Yeah, the night back attack when I was on my way to Rainbow Drop Cave was a little bit of a setback, but there's nothing you can do about that.
So right now, I'm not sure if Pelidor still has found everything in Mountain, or if he's just a little turned around here at the moment.
Yeah, he's found everything in Mountain. I think he's actually grinding. He's ran into a couple of metal slimes. He's managed to take one down, and that may be what he's doing right now, is just taking an opportunity to try and get some low-hanging fruit experience.
Yeah, so Pelidor went with a HP MP build compared to your strength HP build.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, in fact, he put in his full name for his name in-game. So, yeah, as was pointed out earlier in chat, that also kind of gives him a time deficit because it's having to print out all of those characters. But I mean, even so, he's still doing very respectable. He's got the stones, he's got the token, he's got the coordinates, he's already rescued the princess. So finding it shouldn't be too big of a problem. He's found the turn-in cave, he's found the jerk cave, so he's got most of what he needs. He just needs to go ahead and do it. However, because he's HP MP instead of strength HP, his strength isn't where yours was at level 15, so he's still kind of shy of the goal. He would probably need Erdrick's sword to be able to pull it off at 15 with the cursed necklace.
I think I'm not sure. He might actually have enough. 115. He's got an extra heal more.
Oh, you're right. He does have an extra heal more in the tank at this point. 115 over your 106.
Yeah, but he's also at 117. So when he picks, well, no, he'd be at 129. So yeah, he'd be perfectly fine.
Okay, yeah. But I think right now he's focusing more on grinding instead of getting his laundry list taken care of, which I mean, it's a strategy.
Yeah, he might just be looking at his strength right now, just trying to get it so he can just go. But I mean, he still has a few things to do with getting the harp and turning that in and getting the rainbow drop.
Hey man, when in doubt, grind it out.
So Archfield, you're going to be playing the winner of Tilo Tilo and Sausage Link. How do you feel about who you might be facing?
Well, I mean, I'm well aware of both of their proficiencies. Sausage put in a pretty good performance in the Winter League, and Tila's just excellent. So I'm gonna have to tighten some things up. It feels like I've been on a fairly steady downward slide so far as the way I've been playing since before the Winter League started. So I'm not especially confident, to be perfectly honest. But you know what? We'll just got to go out there and do the best I can. That's all.
Yeah, I will say you didn't play the most solid in this. I mean, there were quite a few mistakes, but I mean, you can take either one of them, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, it has to, like it feels like 9 times out of 10 there's at least a couple of those errors, like I was talking about at the outset, with the kind of messing up my gold grind and then just getting all turned around, and I had some map problems too. So, like I said, it's been a little bit of a struggle the last couple of months. So we'll see what happens. But for anybody who picked me to advance any further than this in your bracket, I apologize in advance.
Look, Tilo, all I'm saying is, Ursine has the Dragon Warrior randomizer. She has that in the family, not you. So. And it looks like Pelidor is finding out that on Second Continent it's going to be where the coordinates are.
Yeah, I think he's still trying to find a way to walk around to that search tile instead of just taking the swamp cave. Well, he has definitely found Jerk Cave. If he hadn't before, he knows where it is now.
Yeah, and it looks like he's gotten his way around.
And there is the silver harp. All right, now he just needs to do some turn-ins, and he should be good to go.
Yep, he's just going to have to go back towards Tantagel and go south to go turn in the harp.
Yeah, fun fact, there's actually a flag. It wasn't in play on this seat, but there's a flag called the Cursed Princess flag, where if you hand in the princess to dear old dad, and she takes the cursed belt from you, it's an auto victory. But to do that requires a lot of manipulation of your inventory, because she will take the least valuable non-quest related item that you have in your inventory.
And Pelidor has turned in the harp and should be going here the jerk in just a moment.
Well, still needs to go get back to the jerk first, but yes. I mean, we're still only sitting at an hour and a half. That's still a very respectable, timing on these.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Pelidor's played well. It's just, a little bit of exploration.
Now, I do apologize, but I'm being informed by my better half that I have to take care of something, so I may have to bounce here in a couple of minutes.
Take care of what you need to take care of. You have way too much confidence in me, CD. So Pelidor is walking back around to go to Jerk here, and he's getting close to 16.
Yep, there's Jerk Cave. He's got the drop now. He knows exactly where Charlock is. This is in the bag for him at this point.
All right, now he's just going to go refill his MP here and should be making a dive. And at least as far as we saw on Archfield's stream, wasn't anything too bad.
Yeah, barring Charlock, he shouldn't have too many troubles. Although, what would happen if he decided to go to Vanilla Sword location just to try to check that chest?
I mean, you never know. I mean, that could just be, the right play the whole time.
Also, does he know about what the cursed necklace does? Because I know Vanilla, it doesn't give you any strength.
Yeah, I'm unsure about that with Pelidor. I mean, the 3 races he's been in, it's, he's unfortunately forfeited. So it's kind of hard to say.
Was it confirmed that the sword is in grave? I mean, there's one chest missing in grave, but we never saw what the contents of that chest was.
No, I believe Pelidor got to the grave chest.
I was thinking that he did too.
I just didn't see what it was, but I don't think it was. I don't think it was the sword.
Yeah, possibly a misplay here, blowing mana on these. He should really be doing more running than fighting with these encounters here.
I mean, right now he still has 13 heal mores, and with the sword, it'll increase him enough.
Yeah, with the sword, he'll still be good, but.
And he's close to 16 here, so who knows what 16 is going to have for us. Since 16 gave us a bit, or 14 gave us a big MP, 15 was big HP, maybe a big strength gain too.
It could very well be. We may find out on the way down.
Oh, hey, look at that.
It is a Red Durgan, also known as the Fun Police, because, yeah, you just see how hard they hit. And unfortunately, having to blow a heal more.
So at least right now, it's just attacking, even though that's still not the greatest thing.
Green Dragons have Stop Spell, that makes them pretty free, except they also have Dragon Lord 2 Breath.
Yep, and whatever he decides to take on next is going to, let us see what level 16 is.
And it is an Armored Knight. With the way he's grinding down, he may just be thinking about getting the sword, going back, healing, and doing a second dive for the Dragon Lord.
Quite possibly. I mean, though we do have 8 power.
8, 1, 8, 5, and the final spells. I think at this point he's casting so many spells right now. He's probably thinking of a double dive.
Yeah, I think he's just wanting to get the sword here at this point.
And shoot, I wish I could stay here much longer. Unfortunately, there's something I need to take care of here. So I'm going to go ahead and leave everybody in the very capable hands of my fellow in the commentator booth, Angel FM. This is Sneaky the Lost. Unfortunately, going to have to sign off here.
Well, thank you, Sneaky. It was great having you, and hopefully see you soon.
Yeah, thanks so much for helping out on short notice today, Sneaky. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Something just came up immediately.
So unfortunately, it looks like Pelidor is lost here in Sharlock. And as was talked about earlier, this is where, especially if you're not familiar with Sharlock, you need a map at this point. Yeah, I don't know if Pelidor is just trying to get out at this point, or if he is exactly lost here. He does take out this armored knight though, and yeah, I mean he's just walking back to the top floor. And he's just realizing now where he is at. Yeah, and unfortunately, with Pelidor being a newer player to the game, he probably isn't, thinking about using outside here at all. But he is continuing just to fight. And the Red Dragon doing what it does best then, blocking our wave from running. And he's going to be taking an unfortunate death here. But it does look like he is going to be giving it another try here. Hopefully here now that he's got, an idea of where he needs to go, hopefully he won't be turned around again. And it looks like he's maybe not going to take as many fights as he once did when he went to going through this way. But he's hurt more in an AK here. And this blue dragon we have not seen much from, so I mean, he's not breaking it, so he's going to be taking a little bit of damage. All right, let's hope Pelidor walks the correct way this time, so we can cheer him on and take down the Dragon Lord here. And the fun place is out in full force at this moment. He does get away, though. And it's going to be entering the second zone. And in good fashion in there, too. Takes 2 tries, or 3 tries to get away from the wizard at 94 agility. Alright, so let's hope he doesn't go down this staircase again, just walks past it. At least he's able to take down the Armor Knight with just a hurt more and an attack. About 1,000 experience away from level 17. All right, he's finally into this into the 4th zone here. Oh. And taking a little bit of a longer route. So it looks like he's actually going to go try to see what's on the judges table here. And as soon as we get past this green dragon, we will find out what indeed is on the judges' table. And it is indeed the Erdrick sword. Yeah, so now he's at 137 attack. So, I mean, he really doesn't even need to put on the death necklace here. Oh, Pelidor, please don't go down. Oh, no. So it has been so long since I've done this, I don't even know where this leads to. All right, looks like it looks like he found out. Oh, he was going the right way here. Oh, Pelidor, please don't go down there. No. So I hope he's taking a moment here to see exactly where he's at. Oh, and the golems apparently have sleep also, in addition to hurt. As far as I know, Tilo, that was the first time I've seen sleep. And he's walking back out way to the top floor. And the Armor Knights are not letting up on Pelidor here. I mean, if he does encounter another one, he will get level 17 here. Alright, so here comes level 17. 9 more power, 1 speed, 26 hit points, and 7 MP. And Pelidor chanting Radiant again to light up Sherlock a little more so he knows where he's going. So when Pelidor inevitably gets to Dragonlord, I think the Dragonlord's going to have a really, really bad time. And everything is just not getting up on Pelidor. He is taking everything on at this point. And unfortunately, he doesn't know that you need to be in the basement to use outside. If you are on this top floor, you cannot outside. And unfortunately, he took a death, but, you know, now we got a refill on MP, we got 173 HP, we're going to make this. And, you know, just a casual 67 on to the Magician, no big deal there. It's alright. You know, Pelidor could probably take like 8 attacks and still be fine here. Yeah, 173, we can take what an attack and a half from the Dragon Lord in Chaos. I mean, I just assume that's just standard. Yeah, Pelidor's walking with some confidence here. It looks like he knows where he's going now. And he has no time for anything. He's on a mission at this point. Getting up the Radiant just to have a little bit more vision here. There you go, Pelidor. Don't go down that stair. All right, and Pelidor's going to be entering the final zone here. And apparently there's red dragons in zone 3 also. All right, now he's walking with a purpose. He knows where he's going. And of course, back attack golem sleep. Just the usual. And if this red dragon let him by, it would be very nice at this point. Yeah, Pelidor's seen enough. He's just... Oh, maybe it was just a miss menu then, I guess. Yeah, Archfield did not see a single red dragon the entire time. Yeah, I mean, you saw plenty of Armor Knights Archfield, but yeah, there is no red. And he has made the Spike Tile, which is the Axe Knight, which he doesn't even have time for it. He's just going to hurt more. Let's just go. All right, yep. We'll see if hopefully he says no. I know he's new. It looks like he's taking his time, though. There we go. And Pelidor doesn't even need the Death Necklace. He can just smack the Dragon Lord around quite a bit. And he even got the 2-shot there. And he just starts out with 22. The usual 22 you usually see. And he's going to get another double after that heal more. And he's making sure to take his time, make sure he gets the heal mores in. Don't want to have a miss menu here. And there's another 22. And a 21. So this swing should take it. Yep. And Pelidor has slayed Dragon Lord. And Pelidor is just going to walk back to Tantagel here. Oh, hey, look at that! There's apparently 2 kings in Tantagel. Long live Pelidor! And I don't think he knows that he needs to walk over to the king, past the fountain. All right, here we go. And break out your GGs. Pelidor has finished. As soon as he gets onto SRL again, I will be able to tell you his time. And Pelidor has finished with an SRL time of 1 hour, 58 minutes, and 2 seconds. And it looks like we will be getting an interview with Pelidor here in a moment. And we do have Pelidor here with us. GG, Pelidor. Great job on the race.
Thank you very much.
So, do you want to take us through, your thoughts on the race?
I thought it started quite easy, and then I struggled to find where any of the necessary key items were after a while.
Yeah, basically it was just where Cantlin and Mountain were, which had the stones, and the coordinates led you over to the harp at that point.
Yeah, I found the coordinates pretty easily. Once I got the coordinates, I found the harp straight away, really.
Yeah, I mean, and to be all honest, I mean, you kept up in experience for most of the race with Archfield.
Cool.
So, how was your little trip through Charlock? I know this is probably the first time you've finished a race here.
It wasn't too bad. I did go the wrong way 2 times, but then I suddenly remembered the right staircase to take. I managed to get the sword pretty much. Well, I didn't get the sword straight away. I took a wrong turning and ended up going right back to the beginning. But then the second time I ran through it, I managed to find the sword straight away. And then I died, and then I managed to find the right way again.
Yeah, by the time you actually got your way, I mean, you had what 173 HP, 146 attack. I mean, the Dragon Lord was not gonna have a good time.
Yeah,
So unfortunately, this will put you into the loser bracket.
that's fine. I expected that anyway. How much faster was he? Like an hour faster than me?
I believe he was, I think, 48 minutes faster than you exactly. But yeah, Archfield just was able to find the things quicker and was
Yeah.
able to start his grind. So, do you have any last thoughts or anything you want to say?
Well, congratulations to Archfield. I mean, completely annihilated me, obviously. But I'm proud of myself for actually managing to finish and not getting too lost in the final dungeon.
Thank you, and GG to you as well. Well,
Yeah.
finish that one out.
Anything you have left, Archfield, or?
Not really. I just wanted to thank CD and Camion and Furon and Sneaky for putting together the restream so quickly. And you too, I guess.
Thanks to
Alright.
everyone. This has been really enjoyable.
Yeah, everyone pretty much scrambled to make this happen, and without CD, without Camion, without Furon, without Sneaky, and without you two, we maybe would have had a podcast, but I'm glad we were able to do this live.
Effort, great effort.
Thanks, but seriously, thank you, Angel. I appreciate all the work you put in.
Thank you too for racing and giving us a show. So we are going to raid F. Coughlin here. He is one of our restreamers, along with the creator of Zelda 1 Randomizer and Super Mario Brothers 3 Randomizer. So I don't know exactly what he's doing, but let's go have some fun with him. And he made our awesome schedule and is playing Z3. Thank you, CD. I appreciate that.